Okay, good. Then let's try to understand another question, which is the step the grid Leetcode 2132. You're given a m multiply n binary matrix, right? For the each cell is either 0 or 1. You're given each steps of the size of stem height multiply stem width. You want to fit the stems in such a way they follow the given restrictions and requirement. Cover all empty cell. Do not cover any occupied cell. Can put as many steps as you want. Can overlap each other. Cannot rotate. Must stay within the grid. So for example, right? So this is a stamp, then cover all 0 to make sure you cannot rotate, and you must make sure it can cover all the 0. Then return true or false. Okay, so how can we understand the solutions? It's very similar. We can take a look about the solutions. So the build firstly is a build function, right? Build function is to build the 2D prematrix, 2D prefix sum. I will say prefix sum is a very standardized matrix for the in place. We call it in place. In place, use the itself, use the M space itself, some region given 2D prefix sum matrix. It calculates the sum of the element within the ABCD. Add is to modify the difference matrix. To note the applications of the steps, right? Then possible to stamp to check whether the possible to stamp in a given grid with a stamp of dimension h and w. This is a possible, right? To return true or false. So first step is to initialize the first step is to initialize the 2D sum with sum to initialize the 2D sum. Here you can see here, sorry, 2D sum from the given grid, right? From the given grid, initialize the 2D sum of the initialize 2D sum from the grid. Then create the difference matrix. Div, which is a div here, which will hold the change to be made when applying the stamps. For each potential position of the stamp ABCD, if the region is completely empty, is a special case. Then apply the stamps and record the change in the difference matrix. Then build the difference matrix to get the final step grid. Check each cells in the original grid. Fifth step is if there is a hole that is not covered by any steps, return false. Explanations. The different matrix, right? For example, here it's that records a change in the value at each position when applying steps. In function add, increase the top, left, and bottom, and increase the top right and bottom one, bottom right corner by 1, and decrease the top right and bottom left corner by 1. Step applications. The loop through each possible steps. Then if the region has all the holes, all zeros, loop through all the, and this is known as the difference matrix. The final check will update the grid based on the difference matrix. Then check whether all holes can be covered at least one steps. The main function and example grid and step dimension is provided. So this is the whole logics, right? Quite straightforward. Then we'll take a look about another question later.